Good morning. Our opening card that we have for today is the Four of Wands. So how do we create structure in our day so that we can actually move towards this space of safety and security in our life? This is really encouraging when it comes to some new project or something that you're building in your life, but it's also bringing to the forefront, how do you set the stakes? How do you set the poles that will give you some kind of structure so that you can continue to make progress toward it? The challenge that we have for today is the Judgment card. So there's some realization, some new light that has been brought into our experience, and it's forcing us to kind of level up in a lot of ways because we can't unsee things, right? So there's this realization of something that we're stepping forward into in regard to some big project in our life that is in alignment with our life path. I say that because this card is symbolic of the planet of Pluto, the energetic of transformation and awakening and being reborn out of a darkness. And we've had the planet of Pluto sitting in the sign of Capricorn since 2008. Capricorn is the sign that is representing of the zenith of the zodiac system. And so it's our life path, our legacy that we're leaving behind to others. And Pluto's been sitting there for a number of years. So consider that all of this really big change that's shifted, particularly in 2020 when we had stellium, also known as a grouping of planets, all surrounding Pluto in Capricorn. That was when we started to see this really big shift on a global scale. It started on January 12th, 2020, and there was a big stellium all in Capricorn. So this has kind of tipped the merry-go-round. It's made us have to find where to put our footing in light of all of the shifts that have happened in our lives. And that is a challenge, right? Because it brings up this energetic of, okay, now that we see what we need to do, there's really no way around it. And consider that Pluto just moved into retrograde. It's as if we're in this time of review of what we actually really need to work on. And it's calling us to task. The way we're going to get through the challenge came in as the Seven of Cups. Now, this is like a card that's speaking to learning around this illusion, this illusionary idea of what is going to create happiness for us. And if we put these two cards together, right, and we can reflect on the last 2.5 or so years, we can see that perhaps some of the things that we had pursued in life really led us astray from ourselves, or they just didn't pan out to have the weight that we thought that they would. Because this is someone who's learning that happiness isn't something that we acquire from some kind of outside resource. It's something that's actually built within us. And I say that because our ultimate outcome that we have for today is the Empress card. And it's telling of this kind of doorway that we're passing through, this space of like preparation. And it's reminding us to take a really sober look at where we put our effort and energy throughout the day. This card, the Empress, is like the mother of the zodiac. She is what brings new things into the world. And it takes time to prepare those new things, just like it takes time to prepare a child for the world, right? In the womb. There's a certain amount of discipline and care that we have to take with this precious thing that we are bringing out into this experience, whether it is actually a child that we are, possibly going to conceive. But that is also a symbol for a project or a business or something that is like your child, your creativity that you are birthing into the world. And it brings this piece back up to the forefront again in regard to, you know, what we tend to every day. Now, Venus, interestingly enough, which represents this card, just moved into Aries, and it's in conjunction just by a couple of degrees with Jupiter. And so there is this expansive quality that's happening with this space within us that wants to develop something, that wants to bring something into the world. And it's going through the sign of Aries, which is this really fiery, activating energy. And so if you are looking back at life over the last couple of years, or the last 5 years, or the last 10 years, or 15 years, or 20 years, or 30 years, or 40 years, however many years you were looking back at your life in reflection, can you see that happiness actually was derived from things that you put your energy toward because you wanted to see them come into the world, nurtured and loved and tended to? So in many ways, it's asking us to tend to that precious seed that we've been maybe holding back a little bit, and encouraging us that all of this change and shift is really kind of like a kiln or a fire to bring that seed into form. Also, interestingly enough, we have Jupiter in sextile to Pluto, which is in retrograde right now. And because Jupiter and Venus are just a couple of degrees apart, that's also in that sextile relationship. So in a lot of ways, I encourage us to look at this transformation and this shift and this calling that is happening to be absolutely in divine alignment with where we're all at right now. So tend to your seed. I send you all so much love and a good wish to get through the day. I also wanted to let you know I will be, for my first round of pre-orders that I get for my tarot deck, they'll all come with a booklet that I'm writing on the tarot, as well as be shipped in a little wood box. So there'll be a special little set together for those of you who would like to pre-order a deck. And I will leave that link below if you'd like to do that. And of course, if you are interested in any of my other products, services, or my dream capture orbs, I will leave those down below too, so you can take a look at them. I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.